Hey guys, this is Josh Vision, and I'm here to give you my Vikings Season 5B, Episode 19 review. This episode was entitled, What Happens in the Cave. So, this episode is pretty much straightforward. I don't think this review is going to take as long as my usual ones. First, let's talk about that Ube Frodo fight. Like, we all know Ube is probably the most like Ragnar out of all of Ragnar's sons in terms of looks and personality and values and philosophy. And I couldn't help but make the connections between Ragnar versus Earl Harrelson season one with that one-on-one combat, compared obviously with the one-on-one combat between Ube and Frodo, because in a way, it's kind of similar to each other because Ragnar's fighting was fighting Earl Harrelson because of his philosophy, the way he wanted to go about things, and Earl Harrelson was stuck in the old ways, and it's very similar to the whole thing with Ube. He wants, in a way like to start anew, different philosophy. Frodo, like Harrelson, old ways. So when they were fighting, it was just crazy because they were beating the holy hell out of each other. Like every blow, every spear, every hit in the head with the basically the base of the axe, every slice, every stab. It's like, ladies and gentlemen, me describing it to you can't do you any justice. After you watch this video, just type it in, Ube versus Frodo, and you will literally just be like, because I really think that's probably the goriest fight scene we had in this show after 5 seasons. And we had a lot of gory scenes. Like, this fight was like, oh my god. And I'm just so thankful Ube survived that, because there was literally a point where I thought he was going to die or it was going to be a draw. They both were going to die. So when you had basically Ube call out to Odin for one shred of gas he had left to take this dude out, he was able to pull it out, stab him in the back, dude died, bam, Ube the victor. And I think after the fight, one of Frodo's men tried to kill Ube, but Torvi stabbed him through the chest in the back, with the sword. So after that, Torvi checks on Ube to see if he's still breathing. He still was, and he's a victor, as I mentioned before. So after that, we had this scene with Lagatha, and Lagatha's having PTSD. She's having flashbacks, to Bishop Hegman's death, and that really epic battle, and what happened to her after the battle. We see that her knee and her ankle seem to be broken or like dislocated or some kind of way. She's barely hanging on, blood everywhere and all that crap. So she throws away, I believe, what Björn mentioned a few episodes ago, is that his mother always went to battle with Thor's hammer surrounding her waist. And I believe that was something her father gave to her as a child. And I believe we saw that in a flashback she had during the season finale of Season 5A, when Ivar was victorious against her army with the help of the Franks. So we see her basically get rescued by the same woman I mentioned, the witchy witch, last episode. And we see that the lady basically told Lagatha this is the beginning of a new, and you're different now. And she symbolized that by cutting off Lagatha's long hair. So that's why Lagatha has, short hair. So after that, I believe she visits the burial of both Egbert and Bishop Hegman, I believe. After that, we see her meet Torvi after Torvi returns with Ube, but Ube is basically in a wagon. He's close to death. So after that, Ube and Torvi have this very interesting conversation in which Ube says that he's done with Christianity, and he's saying to himself that he wonders why he could have even considered trying to worship someone who's like a stranger to him. He was saying that when he was on death's bed, when he thought he was going to die, he called out to Odin, and Odin delivered, helped him kill Frodo. And it seems as though Ube is now, at this point now, since he got the land for his people, it's like now it seems like he might turn to be a bit like Ivar. It seems like since he got what he wanted, it's like, okay, I got what I wanted, but I'm still Viking. This wake up call from almost dying reinforces that. So since I know who I am now, what my faith is, what I belong to, and I got the land for my people, what's the need in me holding on to this whole Christian charade anymore? Why should I be friends with Alfred? You know what I'm saying? So I feel as though Ube is going to be darker now. He may not be like Ivar dark. Then again, who can be Ivar dark? You know what I mean? He'll probably be darker, but you know what I'm saying? I think there's going to be a change now, which I don't think he's going to care about Christians anymore. You know, I think it's like they're his enemies, you know, in my opinion. What do you guys think? So, besides that, we have Bjorn and Harold and Gunhild and Magnus. The ships are dying. I mean, the people on the ships are dying. All the ships are like blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? Because they're basically in a fucking storm. And that's something that King Harold was telling Bjorn, that it was dumb to try to go attack Ivar, you know, try to get the ships on the sea during stormy seasons, you know. And I believe they lost half their fleet, and they don't know where they are, which King Harold, you know, mentions to Bjorn. Bjorn's like, okay, whatever. You know, I'm sure once we get past those mountains, which look familiar to me, we'll be close to Kattegat. We can take out Ivar. So at this point, Harold's like, listen, man, not only did you take my woman, you're constantly disrespecting me. Now I lost half of my ship, not your ships, my people. And you're not even going to apologize? Screw this. And we see them have a little bit of a fight. And it's about even. I would give the slight advantage to Bjorn, but it was about even. And Gunhild slaps the crap out of Bjorn and checks both of them, saying, listen, y'all are both idiots and children. Y'all main objectives to kill Ivar. And then once y'all kill Ivar, then y'all fight it out to see who's going to be the king of Kattegat. Right now, it makes no sense to do this. So after that, after she speaks some sense to both of them, they're both like, she's right. And they just clamp shields and they're good with each other. So out of that, we have Visik and King Olaf talking. King Olaf tells Visik that he heard that Ivar is a force of nature, and he's kind of regretting his decision to side with Visik, and they should probably go back. And Visik's like, no, it's too late. We got to do this. I'm sure we'll be victorious. So King Olaf just laughs like the Buddha, and they're on their way. And eventually Bjorn's army comes in contact with them, and Bjorn and Visik have this interesting conversation about Ivar and where his allegiance lie. Visik's like, listen, I hope to fight Ivar with King Olaf and with you, and I've been wondering why I jumped ship all those years ago. And I believe it's my destiny to kill Ivar. And Bjorn's like, interesting, like with that, you know, saying to Visik like interest, but at the same time Bjorn's like, you know, despite his heinous crimes, he's still our brother. So it's like Bjorn is trying to figure out a way on how to take Kattegat back, but at the same time not kill Ivar. But Visik reminds him that, listen, this is our fate, brother. We got to take this dude out. So Bjorn agrees. So I believe the last thing was Ivar with yet another great speech rallying his people, saying that they will never overcome Kattegat. Never. Which we all know he means they will never overcome Ivar himself. But I can't wait to talk about the season finale. Once again, you guys, I may have missed a few things in this episode. If I did, write the comments down below. And this is Josh Vision. Adios until we meet again.